Welcome back, knife nerds. It's your guy, the Big Canucker here, and we got ourselves a little bit of a video here talking about some tools that go in my bag that I carry with me all the time that drives my wife crazy. She's like, why do you carry this 50-pound rucksack around with you all the time? Just in case, just for emergencies, and just to be prepared. Because if I'd have been prepared 30 years ago, I'd be a single guy, no kids, living the high life, but damn it, I ended up getting caught twice. All right, so what we want to do is we want to have a look at, say, toolcases. I've got one that goes inside my bag. It's more of a kind of an emergency case, but I want to do a dedicated tool case. Now, I've got some things here on the table that I kind of want to go over with you. And the other thing, I want to make sure that I get your advice on a few of these things. If you have got a favorite kind of tool case that you guys carry with me, please leave it in the description. If you want to leave a link, I would appreciate that so I could click on it. Price is going to be an issue. I'd like to stick on more of the budget side. I don't necessarily need like a Maxpedition case that's going to cost me $200, but if there's something that I could pick up for, $20, $30, I would love to maybe pick up that case. If it's got some nice little pockets in it, that's even better. So let's go down to the tabletop, and we'll have a look at some of the new tools I bought, what's in my case right now, and I would also like you guys to leave me some advice on what I can put in it as a really good tool case. Now, what I want this for is I want it for not to be able to cover every single emergency in the entire world. If the world goes to crap and I'm in my car, that this will save my life for the next 20 years. But if I've got an emergency, say a car emergency, that's what I'm looking for. If I've got a, something mechanically has gone wrong within the reach of me and I'm not at home with my full tools, something that would be able to perhaps fix some minor things to make my life easier, safer, and those around me too as well. If my wife's Mustang, hatch won't go up or something like that, that's what I'm thinking along the lines of. So I would appreciate any of your advice for what you could list below in the description. Would love to. So let's go to the tabletop and we'll have a look at what I'm looking at putting in there and what I have in there now. All right, so here are 3 tools that I was kind of hoping to kind of perhaps put in there. One of them here is these little Knipex pliers. Now, these look like they are, they look like they're kind of a toy, but these are called the XS Cobras. You think that they're kind of a toy, but they're not. These are an actual tool that will go to an inch wide, and I guess it's got tremendous gripping power, especially for what the size it is. Now, it's made by, some people call it Knipex, some people call it Knipex, but just the size of this is amazing. There is no button to kind of lock it. It just slides by itself. I guess it can be used one-handed if you've got the inclination. Once you take this off, and this is going to be one of the tools I'm going to probably put inside there. I would like to put in there. Another one here is a mini ratchet by kleintools, and you can see that it's got 72 teeth. It looks like it's got a few bits in there. There's a couple of flat and a couple of Phillips, but what I'm more concerned about is having this little 1/4-inch drive to go in there. That's what I'm kind of looking at it more, to have a small socket set inside my tools. But I also wonder if I put something like this here. This happens to be another Knipex tool, and it is really quite large, and it is, the thing that's really nice about this tool here is the grabbing force on it. I guess it multiplies by 150 times what the force is. So this is almost like a crescent wrench without the rounding off the nuts. Now this particular wrench here, I took off lug nuts off of a forklift with this tire just using my hand, and you can see that it doesn't, like a lot of pliers, like maybe perhaps these ones here are kind of flat like this. It doesn't kind of duck bill or like a lot of these pliers do, and this one here is completely flat, so there is no duck billing to it, I think is what it's called. So you can actually use this. I actually ran into a helicopter mechanic who used these to press in small bearings in his job because they would go so completely flat. He could just push them in and they would push in. So Great mechanical advantage, not too large and not too heavy, but do I need them in there? That's the one thing. I want to hear your kind of opinion and your advice, because, weight savings is going to be, somewhat important, but I'm not packing this on my back through the mountains or anything like that. Maybe there's a time where I might have to, but for now, it is just going to be in my Maxpedition backpack that I carry with me in my bag wherever I go. It's got all sorts of things inside there, just little emergency things, but I'd like to put together a dedicated toolbox. So let's kind of put those off to the side for now, and let's see what I have in there right this second. Now, there is a few things that I've lost over time. Not lost, but I've used up, and this happens to be my kind of current little case that goes inside my bag. Now, the main tools that are in here right now are a Leatherman crunch, which is fantastic in its own right, although I did use it there last week, and it was just a little bit kind of goofy. It kind of came apart a couple of times. It was a little bit fumbly. I was using it in the dark. I was, see, stuff like that where it pops off like that. I just don't know if I'm, if this thing gets supposed to get locked in there a little bit tighter. Now, I have used these before. There. And then you can see how it, it opens and closes like that, and it locks into position, which is absolutely fantastic. So when you do get it, it locks itself, and there is no way that it is coming open, like a set of vice grips. So, but you can see that it gets a little bit fumbly. There is some tools with it here. You're going to have yourself a file. You're going to have yourself a Phillips screwdriver. Of course, a serrated Wharncliffe blade. A couple of flat screwdrivers here too is kind of prying. A lot of people say that this is your most versatile Leatherman tool that's out there. And hey, you know what? Who's to say? You can see here, you see this little slot here? This little slot here is for grabbing a hold of a blade, which is really, really neat. Now, so that we have that Klein tool here, which is, but I also have this, which is quite a bit smaller, which is made by my company Worth. Now, do I just carry this and then take, because I really like this for this fact here, but this gives you so much more purchase, so I don't know which one to put inside the case. This one here is just like a little ratchet that bits will go inside, and then you can use them 72 teeth too as well. They reverse back and forth. And do I want something that's a little bit more robust, or the smaller, lighter weight is the way to go? So, a little bit of a conundrum there. I would love to hear your opinion on this Zebra tool. Now, Zebra is made by Worth. They're a German company. They are extremely good quality. I would say that they are better, or they're as good or better than Klein tools. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I've also got my little kit here with a multitude of bits, including this one here, which everybody seems to really love, which has the it has the pop out like that, so it allows you to move the bits. And it also has the customized end here. I shaved it down in order to fit inside the Surge tool bit case thing there, or the tool or the bit holder. And then, of course, I've got just a regular one here with the 1/4-inch drive. So just in case I needed that one. So I've got the two of them in there. And I might be able to just lose this little belt clip thing here. And I think I probably will. I don't put it on my belt, but I might repurpose this for something else. Just thought of that. I should probably take that off. Now, the other tool that I have in here is the Surge, which I think is with another ratcheting. This time is the full bit holder. So I've got a multitude of bit holders in there, and whether I need them all, I want to hear your opinion. Is the redundancy the way to go? Now, you can see here, excellent multi-tool. It is by far, I think, the most capable multi-tool that Leatherman makes right now. That's just my opinion. I like the size. I like the overall equipment on it. I like the extra saw blade. I like the fact that you can take a longer saw blade and put it inside this holder. You've got the bit holder that is here. Let's find that bit holder, probably on the inside right there. So that little bit holder, that's the 2D bit holder here that this one here will fit in, this one that I made. So it'll fit in there too as well, along with the, and it's not ratcheting though. So, you know what? I just like the fact that this one pops out. When you put it in, I just think that's so Canuck. All right, so, but do I need both of them? That's the thing. Do I stick with just the ratcheting one? Now, the ratcheting one is very, very handy, but it also is not as tough as this one. Even though this will ratchet and make your job easier, this one will be a lot tougher. So, do I keep them both? I'm asking for your opinion. And of course, I've got a little, just a little sewing kit I got from a hotel. Mending kit. It's always handy to have. There's a couple of Q-tips inside there. There was some, you know, Tylenol, some Advil in there. There was that stuff. Of course, I've got a fire-starting magnesium blade. So magnesium, then you can start it with your ferro rod. That's in there because you got to have a way to start a fire. That does not include a match. Of course, here I've got my Hodo 24-in-1 mini bit thing here. Now this here, I really love this tool. This is awesome. You know, this magnetic with 24-in-1 tools. You can use it to open up iPhones. You can use it to fix glasses, the precision screwdriver. And it's not very big, not very heavy. It fits in there. I think this is definitely going to go in there for 100% sure. And not just eyeglasses, but also, but if I have something loose in one of my knives, say one of the clips is coming loose, I can fix it with this. And the other really cool thing with these little bits is they're actually security bits. They've got the little holes inside of them. So that's definitely going in my new tail kit. Oh, and one of them came out. We'll put that inside there. Pop that in. Bob's your uncle. And then I've got a little emergency kit here with just some gauze, some little bit of tape, some Band-Aids, some alcohol pads. Probably would like to do a little bit better one of these. And then here I've got just some other things. I've got dental floss, not only for not only for keeping your smile fresh and bright, but also for if you've got a stuck ring on, it helps with that. If you need to sew something, dental floss is extremely tough thread. So very, very versatile for an emergency kit. I've got a mask because, you know, we just finished coming out of COVID. It's always nice to have. Some Tim Hortons Earl Grey tea. When you are cold, hungry, tired, it's amazing what a little bit of hot water in a tea bag will do for your disposition. Not only that, my wife is so crabby when she doesn't eat or have her tea sometimes that this is emergency for my sanity and my health as well. But no, nobody tell her that. Of course, I've got a straw just in case I want to have some cocaine. No, actually, that's not true. I just have a straw here because, you know, sometimes you never know when a straw is going to be handy. And I used to have one of these straws with some tape wrapped around it. I had a whole bunch of different electrical tape, duct tape, things like that wrapped around the straw. That's what I basically tucked it in there because I wanted to put some more tape, different tape around this one. And it's always handy to have a straw. I've got some earbuds, or not earbuds, but earplugs, because sometimes sleep is necessary. And if you need to block out the world, these are awesome to do it with. And then just here is a Skin So Soft Bug Guard Plus. And the reason that this here is so important is if you have ever been stuck in northern Manitoba in the bush without mosquito repellent, the mosquitoes there are the size of swallows, and there's a bajillion of them. You know, the flies and the bugs, they can not only transport disease, they can also make your life absolutely miserable. So if you've got one of these, pop it open, you wipe it on your face, your arms, wherever your exposed skin is, and it's supposed to keep the bugs away without smelling terribly. And it's just something that I had, I've been throwing it in my bag. I just thought it was wonderful, just in case I needed it. So that's what I've got in my emergency kit as of right this second. I would love to hear your opinions on a bag that I can use besides this one with a little bit more stuff in it. Whether or not, some of these tools should go in there, what other tools you would put inside your emergency kit, and also what type of kit or bag or, should I put in there. I was thinking something along the size of this one. But this one doesn't have the individual pockets in it, and it's a hard shell. And do I want a hard shell, or do I want something soft and a little bit more pliable? But I think about this size is going to make an excellent toolkit. But I want to hear your opinion, guys, and I want to find out what you think. So please, don't forget to leave your opinion, leave your ideas, leave what tools should be in there. And then once I've got it all gathered up in the next couple of months or so, I will put a video out showing what my new toolkit is and what I have in it. And then you guys can critique me a whole lot more. You know what? I'm going to probably maybe put some other things in there too as well, like some memory devices, perhaps something like this with some information on it. Perhaps Bitcoin on something like this. And I'm also going to probably maybe put some batteries in there too as well. That's another thing. So please stay safe out there. Hope you don't need something like this. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.